Hi, welcome to Box on the Box, Rock and Celluloid, or BOXWATCH for short. So I'm doing a box watch today. I've been watching some on TV, and that was Sky One's adaptation of Aldous Huxley's Brave New World. So the original novel Brave New World was written in 1931 and published in 1932, and it imagined a utopian society where people are structured into alphas and betas, and they take a drug called soma to kind of keep them happy. So what's this like, the new adaptation? It's got Jessica Brown Finley in it, who I've not seen in anything before, but she's really good. A guy called Harry Lloyd, he's good, his character's quite witty. And then someone who will be familiar to you is, I'm going to pronounce his name right, Alden Ehrenreich. That's probably not right. Anyway, he was Han Solo in the film Solo. The look of this is pretty good. It kind of recalls the film Gattaca a bit, if you've seen that, which owes something to Brave New World. It's got that kind of sleek, retro, futuristic, modernist look. It's quite witty. Demi Moore is in it as well, actually, sort of bringing in a Hollywood star. Some funny bits in it. It kind of has that mixture of wit and drama, like the series Humans on Channel 4. Had a lot of dramatic elements, but it did have some funny moments. And this has that. Quite a few bits are filmed at the Eden Project, actually. If you've been there in Cornwall, there's a few kind of bits with the film there. Like a lot of TV sci-fi, sometimes you look for the most futuristic location you can and go there. When I was watching it, I thought it must have been filmed abroad for some things, but it hasn't. Apparently it's filmed in England. So I enjoyed this. The first couple of episodes took a while to get going, and then I enjoyed the middle chunk. But I found it's lost its way in the last two episodes. I wasn't sure exactly what was going on. And the final episode, obviously setting up for the next series, I wasn't sure. It seemed to kind of jump ahead, and I was like, well, what's happened here? But it's a depiction of society that doesn't have monogamy. People are kind of cloned in test tubes. There's as well as alphas and betas, you've got alpha pluses as well. So there's kind of substructures in each thing, and there's a servant class as well that have kind of clones, replicants. There's quite a lot of sex in this, a lot of nudity. It was very adult. I was quite surprised by that. A lot of shagging, a lot of violence as well. When they go out to a place called the Savage Lands. So the Savage Lands is kind of their weird version of a kind of, I suppose, Walt Disney Park, where they go and see how the other half live, how the people, unreconstructed people who don't live in New London. Yeah, so just say that like this takes place in New London, so the effect shots, you'll see the Millennium Wheel and so on, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty well done. The money's up on the screen. Looking on Rotten Tomatoes and on reviews, it seems to have an average rating of just below 60%. I think that's kind of about right. I mean, I would have been, if the show had finished up better, I would have been given 7 solid 8 out of 10. But it feels like a 5 or a 6. I'm not sure whether I'll go for the next series when it comes back. I'll probably give it a go, but it needs to, it needs to clarify where it's going a bit more. But it's got good characters. The acting's good. The production values are good, and the source material and concepts there. I think one of the things that it taps into, they're kind of logged into a big sort of wireless network supercomputer. This is a kind of new feature that's not in the original book, which obviously kind of ties into the way we live with mobile phones and social media. So there's that aspect of it, and people kind of watch what each other's doing, and there's this kind of thing where they're intertwined with each other's lives, and there's a form of social control through that. So it's quite prescient. It definitely reflects our times. The kind of, not so much the vanity of the characters, but the plasticity of the characters again recalls sort of Instagram culture, and people photoshopping things and things like that. The world they live in, they try to create this perfect world, but it's deeply flawed. So it's good with that. Would I recommend this? If you like science fiction, and if you are short of something to watch, you might enjoy this. But however, like I say, I found that it did tail off. So I'll let you decide. Cheers. Thanks very much.